Hi everyone, you're right.
Another type of storage
We
device
have a
is
visitor
solid-state
today.
drive. Now, these drives
Yes,
have no moving parts.
we have a
This
visitor
type of
today.
drive uses flash memory
We
chips
have
to store data. And since it has
Alfie.
no moving parts,
Once
data
again,
transfer is very fast.
I thought he'd fallen out with me.
There are also
But,
drives out there that combine the use
you
of
know,
magnetic disks and flash memory.
he's,
And these are called hybrid drives. Hybrid drives takes
I'm
advantage
doing
of
something,
the
and
large
I've got the
capacity and the low cost of magnetic
CompTIA,
disks with the speed of an SSD.
the old CompTIA course running in the morning
Magnetic disks
at the
will be
moment in
used
the
to store
background.
data, while the flash memory would be used for the caching
Yeah,
of the data.
today was,
Hybrid drives are primarily used where cost is an issue, because SSD drives are considerably
how
more
can I put it?
expensive than magnetic disk
Dance
drives.
of the car parks today, like I said in one of the videos earlier on today. Yeah, I just hope everybody's having a great day. I just hope that everybody's okay. Yeah, this thing about short supply. The situation is, it's mainly the south of the country, not the north of the country, but south of the country. Places like London, and the southwest. That's where the stuff comes in from. But what I've been hearing is that Liverpool is started taking container ships now. The port of Liverpool's taking them, and we've got the place at Manchester now as well. They are talking about using the ship canal again, so that they can bring in containers. A lot of the docks at Manchester have closed, but there are areas still that are going to be used for putting containers and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why they can't put a lot of the containers onto rail freight. The CEO of Tesco has basically turned around and said that they're going to focus on rail, the use of rail freight. GBRF are going to be pretty happy about that, so it gives their drivers something to do. There's also been
Blu-ray will eventually replace the DVD format because of its high capacity. Blu-ray uses a shorter wavelength laser.
Yeah, shorter wavelength laser. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's looking like Tesco are going to start using rail freight more often. They've been using rail freight for quite some time because they knew this situation was going to appear sometime, because there've been inklings that this situation was going to turn up. Like on some of my other videos, I've mentioned the reasons why this situation is happening. It's due to conditions that HGV drivers have to face. One of the things that if you compare the drive HGV situation from here and compare it in the States, most US lorry drivers have the opportunity to have living quarters put on their cab, quite a good sizable living quarters on their cab. They have the cab, they have the cab, they have slightly further back a living area which is equipped with two bunk beds, a shower, a toilet, and the heating if it's for when it goes cold, and they don't have to stop on laybys like they do in the UK. They have designated truck areas. Yeah, that's the difference. That is the difference. Over in the UK here, the conditions for HGV drivers are, shall we say, in Europe, are pretty poor. In some situations, truck drivers have to sleep on laybys, country lanes, etc. And a lot of these places are not safe. They're not safe. We get stories that people break into back of trailers, steal cargo from the trailers and everything. And if you're a driver on your own, you don't know how many people are gonna turn up and start stealing your stuff off the back of your lawn or the back of your vehicle. It happens a lot over here, you know. They say, oh, Britain's a nice, safe place. But you won't believe how much actual goods get stolen from back of lorries, HGV vehicles, because it happens quite a lot. And it's not good. It's not good. Lorry drivers have to put up with this sort of thing. Also, service stations, right? I've been to quite a few service stations. Quite a few service stations. The thing is, there are quite a lot of service stations that are absolutely no good. You know. Some of them are really, really grotty, really scruffy places. And you think, you drive up and down and this, that and the other, delivering stuff. A lot of them think, no, why should I put up with conditions like that? Forget it, That's the reason why trucking in this country is, shall I say, horrible. If you go to France, right? France, yes, you get that sort of thing over there, but their truck parks are far better than what ours are. You get washing areas. so you can get a wash and a shower and all that sort of stuff. And you know, they're a lot better, a lot better. But as I said before, the conditions that some HGV drivers are asked to put up with, well, I'm sorry, but you know, it's just not good enough. You know, there's instances of people, of drivers, relieving themselves in Ziploc bags and keeping them until they get somewhere where they can dispose of them. No, it's not good. It's not good. And things are gonna have to improve that way, so that it makes HGV driving, you know, a better proposition than, you know, it's not good, as I said. And that's the sort of stuff they have to put up with. So, yeah, Tesco's are moving majority of their freight to rail. So that means that could knock on rail maintenance at night time. So, you know, so once I do get, I'll finish off the rail thing now. So if they do put more freight onto rail, that Tesco's planning to do, you know, it's going to lighten the load a little bit, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens if the situation improves. I know there's quite a lot of ships waiting to come in at the moment, but you know, I just hope it turns round. But the other thing is, the Chinese property situation is getting a lot worse. For what I've been hearing from people on a couple of channels on YouTube, who have connections in China, there are approximately five real estate companies in a bad way, who haven't paid their loans off. I think there's Evergrande and four others haven't paid some of their debt off yet. The situation is going to get worse. They say that the debt issues for these developers are going to go from bad to worse. It is rumoured that the amount of debt for the people, you know, these companies that did housing, you know, is absolutely contagious, and more casualties could happen. The Chinese government, I don't know if the Chinese government are going to bail the sector out, but you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And yeah, they're talking about. Oh yeah, and they're talking about. They were talking about the price of gas and electric here in the UK. They said that it might jump up again a bit more. It's not looking good. Quite a few energy suppliers have gone by the wayside, and people are being switched automatically as the electrical and gas companies fold up. They're like, I know a good few thousand have been moved to Octopus, and one or two other companies. Well, we'll just have to see how that goes. But the way things are at the moment, they are an absolute total shambles. The government doesn't know what it's doing, and I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a big crash going on. Also, Insulate Britain. Insulate Britain are a bunch of idiots, really. They think X, Y, Z. The whole issue's a complete total mess. We are moving towards low carbon and all that sort of stuff, windmills and stuff like that, what Mr. Johnson wants. But when the wind drops and everything, and well, the only thing left will be solar. But we don't get that much sunshine here anyway. You know, what will they be asking us to do next? Reinvent the water wheel? You know, water generation from rivers and canals. Well, that could be the next thing. Go back to old-fashioned power generation. Yeah. It could happen. Never know. You never know. Well, I'm gonna bugger off now because my friend just wants to try and go to sleep, and we'll see how it goes from there. Well, I'm gonna bugger off now, and I'm just gonna go and get a drink, and see how things go. So it's bye for now. 3, 2, 1, click.